Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Drive with Dom. This is Dom Callan, and I'll be driving the cart. Today we are back at Supercharged in Edison, New Jersey for week 5 of the league. We are on track 1, and tonight we are watching Heat 1. So let us get going. So in Heat 1, I start working on a couple things. My entrance I'm starting to play with being a little bit wider on entrance at 1, trying to hold the right more at the entrance to the double apex sort of nose after the turn to the left. And down in this final section here, I'm doing all sorts of weird stuff, trying to figure out what to do. None of which I do particularly successfully. That being said, I'm not sure who is in front of me, but we are going into lap 2. This lap 1 was a 50-second plus lap, or 50-second-ish lap because of warm-up. And unfortunately, this guy has a tire moment where he loses grip, so I gap up to him. And he lets me by, thank you, sir. And off we go. So at this point, we're just warming up the tires. I go wide there. I don't have all the grip in the world yet, but we're gonna get there. And big round arcs, trying to get through there, but not happy with that. And down we go to the apex here, just trying to drive hard through it, but smoothly, and off we go. Lap 2 was a 45.746. And there you can see I'm taking a slightly wider apex, later apex rather, holding the right longer. Here I'm just going to try to hold the right side of the track more. There I take more of a middle entry, but it's fine. So I'll clip all of these apexes and hold that line. Go down and get that, and here I think I'm going to take a less round line. Yeah, I like that better. Still, the throttle timing isn't great. Not terrific, but it works out okay. So that was a 44.86 lap 3, and we're now into lap 4. Ahead of me is Andres Ledino. And Andres and I have a bunch of fun going back and forth this heat, so let's watch. So I'm pulling on Andres, and he lets me by. I believe we do, I think this is lap 4, 44.957 going into lap 5. So now I briefly have the lead. It looks like we have someone up ahead of us. Who could that be? I don't know. Not doing much different in that part. Here I'm just trying to get down to this apex and trying to find the right way to run power through here. I like that better than super round. This is just business as usual. Try to find the timing through here. Don't overdo it. Okay, so that would, I think, be lap 5, 44.795. So I think we're in lap 6 now. Trying to do a wider entry there, and that one worked out well. Now I'm going to let Andres by because I got flagged. So I'm pulling on him through this section. So this is either lap 6, 45.73, or that was yeah, I think that was a 45.73, and I think we're in lap 7 now. So everything's kind of a mess because they keep flagging us, you know? So here. All right, so now I've gotten flagged. So we keep going back and forth mostly because of the flagging. And I think we're both getting a little tired of it. So you can hear Andres hooting away. I can't tell if that's please let me through at this point or I'm having a good time. So I think it's a please let me through, and I let him through and I jump in. All right, so I think that was a 45.1 lap 7. I think this is our last messy lap, which is going to be lap 8, which is, I'm pretty sure this is a 45.681 because that screwed up trade-off going into the uphill. So after this, we will go back to the business of being quick, and I think we'll ignore the flags. All right, off we go. He has good separation on me, and we are going into lap 9 after posting three terrible 45s due to flagging and me not understanding the nature of his hooting and letting him through. Anyway, we had great fun after the race because something really cool happened along the way. So I'll tell you about it at the end. So you can see I'm really playing with how to take those last 2 turns and how to feed power through them. And I'm not doing it super successfully yet. I'm content, however, with how I'm doing there. Okay, so lap 9, 44.669. Let's get to work, sir. We have work to do. So this is nice because we have very similar pace and we've got enough space here that we can just do our thing. So he's favoring a middle entry, and no matter how hard you try, you do end up mimicking, to a certain extent, people in front of you. You saw that he took a middle track entry, which means that I reactively did one as well, which is not good. So you have to break yourself with these habits. Here I'm not doing what he's doing. So I am having a better line through here. However, he fixes this in the next session. Boom. A little bit of... All right, so that was a 44.489 lap 10. And I proceed to kick some butt right there, I think. Zoom, zoom. Oh, I love that turn. It's very special. You don't get to do this anywhere other than these crazy indoor tracks, these loop-de-doop-de turns. They're so interesting. And kind of doing pretty good there. Okay. That was a 44.489, lap 10. Now we go into lap 11. I'll pull on him some more. I am kind of doing middle track. All right, and I'm really pulling on here. And if my calculations are correct, that's lap 11, 44.445, which is the fastest lap of the race for me. However, that might actually have been lap 12. I'm not sure. We'll find out. So it definitely looks like you don't want to be too round. I think I need to go down deeper and take a later, deeper turn in. So I think that was actually lap 13, 44 spot 493. And actually at lap 11 was a 44 spot 445, which was my fastest lap for the race. This lap here actually looks pretty good too, except for the fact that we don't actually get to complete it. Anyway, what was interesting is that Andres and I ended up running exactly the same best lap time. Both he and I ran 44 spot 445 as our best laps. I ran mine in lap 11, and Andres ran his in lap 9. So we had very, very comparable lap times. Anyway, we go off from here into the next heat. I believe I ended up placing 7th, and Andres ended up placing 7th. So Andres and I tied for 7th. Who won? Michael Polasek won with a screaming 43 spot 721, followed by Brandon Devine with a screaming 43 spot 775. Andy Estevez put in a very strong showing with a 43 spot 929. Also Icaro Diaz does a 44 spot 303, once again beating the old man, me. Mark Coltelli has a relatively modest performance for his usual shenanigans with a 44 spot 367, but don't worry, that'll change. And then my good buddy Alex Smith in 6th with 44 spot 412. And then, like I mentioned, myself and Andres in 7th at 44 spot 445. Matthew, I can't read the full last name, but Matthew with a 44 spot 933. And then 10th place, Aditya Nair, 45 spot 022. 11th place, Marjo Stroni with a 45 spot 324. And then Mo Panda in 12th with a 45 spot 665. So nice racing, everyone, and I will see you guys in the next heat.